All right, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a minute since we did a summary and analysis. Took a little vacation, had a couple of personal things transpire. Nonetheless, we're back doing this. And I gotta say, this was the perfect show for me to watch personally, as I haven't really watched a weekly wrestling show in about 2 weeks. This was a great show for me to put on, man. It's been a good Friday, had a good day at work, and then I come home, get a couple dubs in college football 25, and then throw on SmackDown, eat a nice steak dinner with my girl. Can't really complain, man. That's the beautiful intricacies of life, and I'm choosing to have a good day. I'm finding the beauty in today, and I did so, and SmackDown was a part of that. So let's get into this episode of SmackDown. It is Friday, August 23rd. We are approaching Bash in Berlin, which is next Saturday. So let's go, man. We start off with the Grayson Waller effect, and the guest for Grayson Waller is the undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Before we get anywhere, Grayson Waller kind of hints at Kevin Owens turning on anybody he's ever sided with or affiliated with, and he does so with a little presentation. It reminded me of the good old days when wrestlers would point to the Tron and show a little presentation, a little compilation, a little montage. And this one is pretty funny to me. It's basically going through every single time that Kevin Owens has betrayed somebody in his WWE career and NXT career. And then we actually get the man himself, Kevin Owens, coming out to disrupt the Grayson Waller effect. And in doing so, he kind of ends up breaking the fourth wall. I guess he saw Deadpool and Wolverine recently, which he does it all the time. So I'm not even going to say that. But he breaks the fourth wall. He's like, hey, you know how this goes. The fans know how this go. We're going to have general manager Nick Aldis come out here. He's going to set us up for a tag team match in the main event. And let's just get going. Pretty funny. Nick Aldis comes out and he's like, yeah, that's pretty much exactly what we're going to do here. And then Kevin Owens is kind of like, all right, can I go kick their ass for a second? Aldis looks at his watch. He's like, make it quick. It made me laugh. It made me, the fourth wall breaks that Kevin Owens does. They make me laugh every now and then. Maybe it's because Deadpool and Wolverine came out pretty recently. So, you know, I'm all in on fourth wall breaks. Let's move in. Let's move on, man. Um, this is another situation where the opening segment of a show ends up setting up the main event of the show. WWE does it all the time. Not complaining here. It's a good move. It's a smart move. Get the fans excited at the beginning of the show for what they're going to close the show out with. So here we go. The first match of this evening is LA Knight, defending the United States Championship against Santos Escobar. And this is the first United States Championship defense for LA Knight. And he ends up retaining, getting the victory here against an impressive Santos Escobar. This is a great match for SmackDown, guys. Two kings of the SmackDown midcard duking it out for the US title. Love to see it. That's how we open up the show match wise. Then we have our next match. By the way, LA Knight, versus Santos Escobar is the only singles match on the card here tonight, and that's okay. You know, we had some good times. That's completely fine. But anyway, the next match is a 6-woman tag team match as Blair Davenport and the Unholy Union team up to take on Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. You guessed it. You was right. Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill get the victory here. So I would expect Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill to take on the Unholy Union soon for those women's tag team championships. We'll see what happens. Nonetheless, man, the former champions get the win alongside Naomi here against what is a cool pairing of Blair Davenport and the Unholy Union. I would actually like to see them become a faction of sorts. I think that they would pair really nicely together, the Unholy Union and Blair Davenport. Let me know if you guys want to see that too. I think sometimes you stick 3 women together and you say, "Wow, look at that. That looks so natural. That probably works." So let's see if there's room for that to continue on the SmackDown programming. We go into our next match, which was I don't know. It's between this one and then LA Knight and Santos Escobar that were match of the night, but I'm going to say this one for the sake of whatever. Anyway, the Bloodline take on the Street Profits, defend the WWE Tag Team Championship against the Street Profits. Before we get to the match itself, we have the Bloodline in the ring. We have Solo Sikoa ask the crowd to acknowledge him, of course. Are we acknowledging Solo or are we with the OTC, the original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns? I think I'm with Roman on this one, but I got nothing but love for Solo Sikoa, to be honest with you. Anyway, Solo Sikoa turns to Jacob Fatu, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, and says, "Give me your championship. As a matter of fact, give it to Tonga Loa. I can't have you as one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions because you are going to be my personal enforcer." And that kind of works around the fact that Jacob Fatu was walking around in a boot. It seems that he really injured himself at the SummerSlam Premium Live event. So now we have Tamatanga and Tongaloa, formerly known as the Gorillas of Destiny, as your WWE Tag Team Champions, whereas it was formerly Tamatanga and Jacob Fatu. And this probably doesn't mean much to you if you're not well versed in New Japan Pro Wrestling. However, I am somewhat well versed in New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm not going to sit here and say I watched it for a long time because I haven't spent too many hours watching it. Nonetheless, I put some time into New Japan over the years. But you probably saw my other episodes in the past where I'm saying, why are you having Jacob Fatu and Tamatanga as tag team champions when the Gorillas of Destiny are right there? Why not put Tamatanga with Tongaloa and please the diehards like myself? Looks like they tried to not do that, and Fate was like, no, Gorillas of Destiny, give them the WWE tag team titles. So there we go. It is official. Tamatanga and Tongaloa, formerly known as the Gorillas of Destiny, are now the WWE Tag Team Champions, as Jacob Fatu has surrendered one half of the championship to Tongaloa, his fellow Bloodline member. Y'all probably don't care about this. I do because I like the Gorillas of Destiny, man. Bullet Club for life, you know what I mean? Anyway, we have Tamatanga and Tongaloa defend and retain these WWE Tag Team titles against the Street Profits, as the numbers game was just too much for the Street Profits. And I got to say, this was another fantastic SmackDown match. We love to see the Street Profits taking on the Gorillas of Destiny here, man. Yes, please. I would like to see it again someday, truly. I would like to see it 2 more times in the future, truly. Anyway, it's really cool to see WWE not only put on one good match, one good championship match with LA Knight and Santos Escobar, they also put on another one with the Gorillas of Destiny, aka the Bloodline, and the Street Profits. Pretty good stuff here, guys. Turns out DIY, former champions, try to prevent a post match beatdown and end up failing to do so as they take a Samoan spike from Solo Sikoa one by one. And the Bloodline stands tall and still WWE Tag Team Champions. Bloodline's looking real good. I'm real happy that the Gorillas of Destiny are Tag Team Champions. And I wish Jacob Fatu a speedy recovery with his injury. He's a dog for being on the show every week with a boot on, man. He's proven himself. I think he's a beast. He's everything we thought he was going to be. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jacob Fatu himself ends up wearing an Intercontinental Championship somewhere down the line. Maybe not in 2024. Hell, maybe not even in 2025. But I think Jacob Fatu is going to be a star. Solo Sikoa may be the meat and potatoes of this Bloodline faction right now, but Jacob Fatu is a boss. And it's really cool to see him relinquish one half of the tag team championship to be solidified as more of a single star. That's kind of how I saw it, right? He's going to be Solo Sikoa's personal enforcer, but he's also going to be more of a single star when he is clear to compete somewhere down the line. Really cool stuff from the Bloodline here, guys. Let's move on to the main event where Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens took on A-Town Down Under, the team of Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Solid match, man. You know, you can count on all four of these wrestlers to perform day in and day out like you can count on the sun to come up in the morning. And these guys put on a fantastic tag team match. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, of course, get the win here, right? These guys are going to be facing each other in Germany next Saturday for that undisputed WWE Championship. And what's most interesting about this main event segment here is the closing of the show itself, as Kevin Owens teases like he's going to hit Cody Rhodes with that undisputed WWE Championship, but then ends up handing it to him. And what was some interesting body language, right? For a split second there, it looked like he was going to bash Cody over the head with the title. He ends up just simply handing the title to Cody. And we go ahead and further tease Kevin Owens betraying Cody Rhodes. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see this? I think if they're gonna go Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for more than one match, if they're gonna have this maybe be at the next premium live event, I think you have both men go into Germany, bash in Berlin as baby faces, and then eventually, if you want to have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens do a second match for that title, I think that's when you see Kevin Owens turn heel if you would like him to do so. At this point, I think they're teasing it. You guys know this is pro wrestling. Everything happens for a reason. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting heel Kevin Owens very soon. I think heel Kevin Owens is the best Kevin Owens, so I'd be happy to see that. Um, as long as they have a long term plan for him, maybe give him the U.S. Championship, something like that. I think the only guy that can beat LA Knight somewhere down the line on that roster, and it would make sense for him to do so, would actually be a heel Kevin Owens, if not like Jacob Fatu or Solo Sikoa. But I think Solo Sikoa is past the United States Championship. I think if you want to put like gold around Solo Sikoa's waist, you give him the undisputed championship. Nonetheless, man, we'll see what happens, man. I think they're teasing this Kevin Owens betrayal stuff for a reason, and we'll find out why. Because I can't see them turning him heel a week, a day. You see, what am I trying to say? Bash in Berlin is 8 days away. So if they want to turn Kevin Owens heel before the Bash in Berlin match with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens, it's too soon. It's You've only got 8 days to do it. They teased it heavily this week. I believe they teased it a pinch last week. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch last week. But if they want to do it, they're gonna do it for a reason. Are they gonna do it when Kevin Owens loses to Cody Rhodes at Bash in Berlin? Is Kevin Owens going to turn heel when he takes an L in Berlin to Cody Rhodes? I think that's the best time to do it. Now that I'm just brainstorming, throwing stuff at the wall here, they shouldn't turn Kevin Owens heel before the premium live event next Saturday. They should turn Kevin Owens heel just after he loses the championship match against Cody Rhodes. And then that can lead up to a second match. I think they did something similar with AJ Styles, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they did the fake retirement thing. That's right. It was a couple months ago, but it feels like it was in another world, man. This summer's been kind of eventful. Nonetheless, guys, that's a SmackDown summary and analysis for Friday, August 23rd. We will talk about All In this Sunday, and then we will also be pumping out another episode of the Wrestling is Bullshit report just after All In, just before next week starts. So, two videos coming at you this Sunday. And I'll see you guys till then. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Do what you love. Be happy.